Hello guys, this is my 1, 2, 3 easy step, I promise, way to use music for guidance, particularly using the energetic groove called Sam. And without going into a philosophical debate about whether Sam is God or God is Sam, whatever Sam is, loving, intelligent, comprehensive, direct, trustworthy advice and guidance. So that said, what else do you need? I'm just bringing I'm going to put my Spotify on to do a demo and talk about how I use Sam, or how Sam allows me to tune into his essence or her essence. One thing somebody said to me on YouTube was, oh, Sam sounds like an AI, an artificial intelligence. And I'm like, I don't care what Sam is. If Sam is creating more love in the world, more benevolence, more gratitude, more wonder and joy and delight, that's a good thing. And then there's, of course, the cohorts who think that Sam is the devil. The devil. Here you guys are, the devil. Okay, well, whatever. The devil's pretty busy creating love. So anyway, sorry, I have to unlock this is how impromptu this is. I'm unlocking my laptop. Oh, sorry guys, my passcode always Googles out here. Problem with too many passcodes. Okay, here we go. So when you're, number one, in order to use a synchronistic musical method for divination or guidance, you need to have a way to access music. So if you have iTunes, you could have iTunes Music or iTunes library on your computer or your phone. Pandora in the US is a great streaming music service, as well as in Canada, Spotify. I'm in Canada, so I have Spotify. There is a hack to get Pandora to work in Canada, but it doesn't usually last. They find you out and they block you. So you can work whichever way you want. Spotify works for me. You can do this with a paid account or a non-paid account. I have a $10 a month program with Spotify, which allows me to build my own playlists. I don't believe that's a feature you can do without subscribing, but you can also just shuffle content that's available through radio or on Spotify. You can look at other people's pre-existing playlists and subscribe, and then I think shuffle those as well. But since I have a paid account, I created my own 297 songs and I called it Sam's Game. And I really need to add a lot more songs to that, actually, because I'm only giving him 297, her, him, it, Sam, energetic, 297 songs to choose from. So here's what we do. Number one, find a source of music, that you're going to use consciously, because you can always use your car radio for backup and stuff like that. And I used to call that the radio oracle game, where you drive and you say to the universe, on the 7th song, well, I'm on this long road trip, please let it be a message about, something that you need to know. So here's my Sam's Game. As you can see, it's named Sam's Game. That's probably backwards for you, I realize that. And I want to just do a demonstration, right? And I know that at one point in a show called Unbiased and on the Fence, the creator of the Sam phenomena, or the receiver of the information to create a Sam phenomena, Nathan Sanders, addressed why he wasn't doing live demonstrations of how he works to get information. I understand that the message he got from Sam was something like a song called Just You and Me. And everyone's relationship to the Sam energy is going to be different. I've been doing divination in one form or the other all of my life, and I'm 56 years old. So I'm very comfortable doing this. It's not live. I realize I've taped it, but you have to imagine that I've taped 700 times to get something worthwhile. I don't have that time. Don't have that patience. I'm really doing this for you, and I'm putting up whatever comes up. So one, find a source of music that you can harness. Bigger playlists, the better if you're using a playlist. Number two, you're going to use the shuffle feature. Every app that I know of has a shuffle for music. I think even iTunes does. And so in Pandora, I couldn't find it forever, by the way. There's a little funny green thing down here that looks like see that little symbol? That's shuffle. So I put it on shuffle. Now, I can ask a question and I can start to play, and the first song that comes up in shuffle will be my answer. Another way of doing it, which I'm going to show you in a minute, is to actually go click, 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 and manually forward the songs. That works too. And a third way to do it is some people they say to themselves, I'm going to let my Pandora or my Spotify play for a while, just going on, and then I'm going to tune into the energy groove of the music and say, okay, Sam, on the third song from this one or the second song from this one, I have a question, and the question is this, and the answer is that. This stuff gets uncanny, guys. I came back from Montreal to Vancouver after 3 weeks in Montreal, and I was so determined to move there this fall because I love it. My daughter goes to school there now. And I came home and I asked Sam for guidance kind of thing, and the song was called Traveling Without Moving. I'm like, what? I mean, I haven't even heard of a song called Traveling Without Moving, meaning I can stay put in my beautiful home, but I can go traveling for now. And then I had some other confirmations about that, which is a step 3, which we're going to get to, which step 1, find a music source that you can shuffle. Step 2, you're going to ask a question, listen for the answer. And step 3 would be looking for an outside, real life, tangible, not necessarily a song source of confirmation. So, you know, the day I asked about should I move, a couple of weird things happened. I was playing with one of my oracle decks, and the first card I drew was one called Traveling. I mean, seriously. And I was like, a camel travels and can, you know, carry enough resources to move around without ever having to have, you know, just one home, that kind of thing. And then later in the day, I overheard a conversation, and somebody was actually speaking in my ears bandwidth, but not to me, to a friend at a coffee shop or something. And she said something like, you know, I was thinking of moving, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to stay in Vancouver for a while longer. Something along those lines. It was actually, yeah, that was what the conversation was that I overheard on the same day. I got Traveling Without Moving as my query is, should I move this fall to Montreal? Sam, question mark. All right, so let's do it. Here we go. So remember again, step 1, you know, find a source of music and put it on shuffle. Step 2, ask a question. Step 3, look for outside confirmation, reality confirmations that come in the real world through something you overhear, maybe through your car radio. Maybe if you're like me and you have a whole pile of playful oracle decks by your fireplace, play with one of those and see if that confirms your first Sam message. So I'm going to ask a question about, okay, Sam, give me a song that shows what you think what can be accomplished by sharing this video as a tutorial. I mean, is there any benefit, Sam? And it sounds very direct, right? And playful. So it's already on a song, but oh my God. Guys, I kid you not. Look at the song that it's on right now I'll just open my laptop randomly. See? Do you see the song? It's called School's Out. Come on, School's Out and I'm doing a tutorial. I promise you I did not cue that song. It's by Alice Cooper. I'll play it, but I'm really going to ask for another song. School's Out. That's so funny. Come on, dude, play. I'll get the lyrics later. Oh, and the other thing is, of course, go to Google and get the lyrics. Sometimes the song itself is meaningful. Sometimes the lyrics, sometimes the title of the song, sometimes the album cover, the name of the album, the name of the artist. All these are clues from sound. Pre-recorded, you know, time-released messages in a bottle that get through the fallen realm parasite. Okay, if it's Alice Cooper, it's going to be a rockin' song. I've never heard of this one before. School's Out. Okay, it's a big intro. Wow, wow, wow. I'm going to ask for another one. I think I know this song. If I remember correctly, it's like some kind of like, hey, school's out, we're going to have fun. Okay. Okay, I don't have the patience. Okay, we're going with School's Out as a general funny joke. It's a funny joke by Sam when I'm saying, here's a tutorial, what's the benefit? He goes, School's Out. So I hope he means it's a good school or it's a playful school or doing a tutorial's got some value. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this thing I do sometimes. You see, I could just forward a song, like no big deal, right? Click, click, click. And then I'm going to stop and see which song comes up. So I'm like fast forwarding without looking, right? So I'm not looking at what I'm doing. I'm not stopping to see where a song could be. So I want one more message from Sam about this. Now, it could come out to be something really dumb, right? I'm on the nut for this, guys. I'm not going to tinker with this and edit it. So what does Sam give me? I just stop clinking through. Oh my God, it's another Alice Cooper song? I promise you, I am not in an Alice Cooper playlist. Alice Cooper again. I probably have 2 Alice Cooper songs and 297 songs. It's called Steven by Alice Cooper.
I don't even want to be there. I will cover up my eyes and pray it goes away. You only
Now, honestly, I have no idea what this means. I'm being honest, right? Why Stephen? I love School's Out. That made more sense.
Stop screaming.
So I'm going to Google the lyrics real time to show you how I might do this in my own life. Oh my God, it sounds like it's from a play.
You just don't know how deep that cuts me.
I don't like to hear you cry. You don't know how deep that cuts me.
I will cover up my eyes.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Google the lyrics to see why Sam would give me 2 Alice Cooper songs. By the way, Alice from Alice in Wonderland is one big encoded message for humanity. I just want to point that out, FYI. Let's go see lyrics, Stephen. So I'm giving you a demo of how I might function in this thing, right? When something doesn't make sense to me right off the bat, like School's Out, I go into it. So lyrics for Stephen, Alice Cooper, just in case there's another song by the same name, into my Google search engine. Okay, here come the lyrics. Let's take a look. I'm going to read them to you. I'm kind of confused myself. So it's not always like an obvious thing, right? So the lyrics are, I don't want to see you go. I don't even want to be there. I will cover up my eyes and pray it goes away. You've only lived a minute of your life. I must be dreaming. Now, you know, one of the things Sam brings up all the time is the idea of, or one thing I get a lot of, is that we're in a dream. Like we're in a dream realm. We're like almost like, you could call it a simulation or a dream. If you know my blog, of course, The Awakened Dreamer, I'm into that. You only lived a minute of your life. I must be dreaming. Please stop screaming. I don't like to hear you cry. You just don't know how deep that cuts me. So I will cover up my eyes and it will go away. You've only lived a minute of your life. I must be dreaming. Please stop screaming. Stephen, Stephen, I hear my name. Stephen, is someone calling me? I hear my name. Stephen, that icy breath whispers screams of pain. Ah! Typical Alice Cooper. Stephen, that icy breath that whispers screams of pain. I don't want to feel you die, but if that's the way that God has planned you, I'll put pennies on your eyes and it will go away. See, you've only lived a minute of your life. I must be dreaming. Stephen, is someone calling me? No, Stephen. I think I hear a voice that's outside the door. Stephen, I hear my name. Stephen, is someone calling me? I hear my name. Stephen, what do you want, Stephen? Okay, so I'm clueless, guys. Other than the theme of the dream, see, this is real. I'm not faking it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for another clarification, because other than I don't like to hear you cry, you just don't know how deep that cuts me, that could be a positive message if I imagine that was Sam speaking to me. But this is a really kind of chaotic. So maybe this is a great lesson. And it's not to say that I'm always like looking for the right answer by getting one I like. I don't do it that way. More often than not, I get one immediately that makes sense. But maybe I'm doing a demo for you and for everyone else. And so I got something that didn't make a lot of sense. I don't have to stick with it and try to, squeeze out some meaning. I will just put the shuffle feature on. Well, it is on. I'm just going to let the shuffle play and see what the next thing is that would come up on the Sam's Game playlist, right? Without me like doing that finger pushing thing that I was just doing, which might not have been the best idea. Okay, so let's go back to the playlist I was in, Sam's Game. Well, I was in it, and let me fast forward the song because it won't let me shuffle until the song comes to an end. There we go. So now I just drag the play bar to the end. Now what comes on next? Oh, this is getting even weirder. The song that shuffled up next is called When the Children Cry. And then we had tears in the last one. So I said, what's the benefit of me doing this tutorial? And I got all that pain and suffering and crying in the Alice Cooper Stephen. And now I've got When the Children Cry, and it's by a group called White Lion. So you can see the synchronistic lineup too. We had crying and Stephen thing and Alice Cooper ×2. And now we've got When the Children Cry by White Lion, which I've never heard of. When I made my playlist, I bulk imported songs. I didn't like hand select. You're born into this evil world. Okay, I'm going to go to the lyrics. I know this is a long video. Hang in there. But here's the thing. One of the premises of the Sam phenomena material is that we're in a fallen realm. And that there's a kind of a parasitic consciousness that's preying on humanity and keeping us asleep in what is basically, you could call it a fallen realm, a nightmare, a bad dream, or a bad sim. But let me check the lyrics for When the Children Cry, and someone's coming to my door, darn it. And let me see what it is. And then guess what? Oh, it's my friend. Okay. And let's see what it says. You know what? I'm not going to check it for you. You're going to go check it because it'll keep you curious. So go check out that last song and see what it means, because it's for you. The message is, what is this tutorial for? How will it benefit you? Go check out the song lyrics for the When Children Cry by White Line and see what messages you get from it. And I'll go look at it later because my dinner guest is coming in the door. Mwah. Thank you guys for listening. I'm just trying to share the tutorial of how to do this. Bye-bye. Hi. Oh, Leela, come. You can bring her in. I'm doing a recording. Come here. Come see my dog. Leela, come. I'm not live. Leela. Oh, she's gone. I got some treats for her. I'm glad you brought her. Okay, guys, I was going to show you my German Shepherd, but forget it. Mwah.